So this is the second video in the PTE Read Aloud series. The first video really talked about how to speak to the computer, how to make the computer happy. This one is more about how you can read the sentences so that you can make this good pronunciation, good intonation, good speed. And there is a trick to it. It's not like when you were 5 or 6 years old and you read those children's stories in your language and probably even in English. Here you do need a little more strategy. It's not difficult. And let's have a look at a short paragraph from my favorite magazine. This is from New Scientist. It's a wonderful magazine. A lot of it's free on the net, but even better, subscribe. These articles are used quite heavily in IELTS. They're altered, but they're there. And I would guess PTE might be looking at them as well. It's good general English, but it's with a science background. Anyway, here's a couple of sentences from then. We can't read an average of 7 interstellar objects, even if we say it fast. An average of 7 interstellar objects pass by the sun every year. We can do it, but it's not going to get you a high score. You need to start high and go down low. You need to organize them into groups. Of course, you need pronunciation as well. But the main point here is that when I'm reading, I might say an average of 7 interstellar objects. By the time I get to objects, my eyes, my brain is already looking at sun. Pass by the sun, by the time I get to sun, I'm already looking at year. So the point here is that you're reading ahead of your mouth. It's quite strange, right? That your eyes and your brain are ahead of the mouth. So we are going to pause very briefly after nouns, an average of 7 interstellar objects, but if we're just reading each word, we're going to have problems going into the next section and the next section and the next section. Eventually it becomes a mess. But if you're always 3 or 4 words ahead of your mouth, you're going to be able to have your brain prepared, the pronunciation will be better, the intonation will be better, and you'll get a much better score. Let's try it. An average of 7 interstellar objects pass by the sun every year, potentially close enough for us to observe and even visit, according to a new analysis. Some of these could even be from another galaxy. We're reading ahead so that we can prepare our pronunciation and intonation. Even our pausing can be prepared, but certainly use your pauses after a noun, objects, sun, year, probably enough, but close enough for us, enough. Observe and even visit, we've got a comma so we pause. So these pauses will really help you to get a much higher score. A native speaker would make it even smoother. An average of 7 interstellar objects pass by the sun every year, but you don't need to speak like that for the computer. The computer is just listening for the changes in intonation, it's listening for the pauses, it's listening for the stress of the words. So think about how your car talks to you or your phone talks to you for directions. An average of 7 interstellar objects pass by the sun every year, potentially close enough, that will get you a 90. Not good for native speakers, we don't understand that.